Still hate that thing.
As we always do.
And no one has any idea what I'm talking about.
So yeah, the wheels are off the bus, the train hit the bus, and
We are the Bluesmobile. So,
yeah,
yard sale. Everything said, "Can I quit?" I respect
Yeah.
that. I respect that. My body's right there. And screw it. I
Yeah.
quit. I'm back in headphones and with the microphone. It's that real. But as you decide to
Back.
finally grace us with your presence, I can sound as miserable as I want. Because to quote everyone at the concert, at the Alanis Morissette concert between her and Garbage, I have a microphone, so I could say whatever the I want.
Fact.
But as you probably have a plethora of notes that I do not have because
Yeah,
I'm a
where to
busy little beaver.
begin?
I don't know. You tell
Where
me.
to begin? Wow. Well, boy. Well,
Let's see what's it. Hold on. I might
well,
have
the
something
latest,
in
the
wrestling.
latest. I say the latest thing that I just heard, like not even like 15 minutes ago, since we're not going to go in any kind of order. Apparently Paul, not Paul White, which by the way, bad idea for a match at All Out. The other Paul had a cardiac event that involved a procedure, which I don't know, some Yale University hospital thing. I don't know. I didn't get the whole thing.
It was a
So,
good name for the university. Like, it was a
Yeah,
good one.
something. I didn't get the whole thing, but he had a cardiac event. I guess it's hereditary. So he's doing fine, full recovery expected. Don't know
Probably.
if we'll get
Yeah.
to see him wrestle again after that. But
We
I mean,
get
look
to
at Ric
see
Flair. Look at Flair, for God's sake. He's
Oh, look at Taker.
training to come back. He still wants to wrestle.
Well, it's because it's Ric Flair. He's never stopped wanting to wrestle. That's his problem.
Yeah, like seriously, that guy is going to be like the wrestler movie. He's going to die in the ring. No pun intended, but knock on wood. But for the love of God, just yeah.
There you go, Rick. Yeah. We'll see. I mean, hope for the best. I mean, it's just, maybe
Yeah.
maybe his heart just, maybe he just saw the new logos and they pre-taped
Yeah,
3 weeks.
maybe.
They pre-taped 3 weeks of NXT just so they could redo everything. Maybe like, see, all of that did the same thing to Triple H. What it did to us, you broke all of our hearts.
Yeah.
By putting Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard.
How you feeling about the logo?
I hate it.
I think it's so stupid.
I don't know if you noticed this, but there's actually white on this hat, and that's kind of breaking out from the normal. But I'm a fan of blacks and grays with the hints of color. Not like this is like the whole logo. Like take the black away, and all the colors in this Dexter Lumis shirt.
Yeah,
it's like it's just send. I mean,
it looks like the Lucky Charms mascot took a shit on white paper.
I mean, they're gonna rebrand and do bigger. We get bigger people and this, that. Like,
no, this is what's going to happen. We're going to go back to the 80s.
Yeah, because it's going to be a land. It's going to be a land of monsters that can't wrestle.
You've got the colors already. I mean,
it's going to be a bunch of monsters that can't wrestle because, why should you have people that are athletic and can actually do things? Like how we have to get people back in their 20s. Like how often are people in their 20s actually gigantic and big? Look how many people it took them. Like there's few occasions where they're that young and they're that good.
Yeah.
And we're going to have less athletic people
back to the future.
Now.
Yeah. Vince McMahon's the crazy old doc.
That's insulting to Doc.
Except it's not going to work.
Yeah, it's not. Like so
at all.
So like NXT was like the greatest thing going. Takeover, Stand and Deliver happened.
Yeah.
They moved to Tuesday night, and I don't know what the hell happened, but that's why you were losing the ratings battle. I mean, they were neck and neck with AEW, but I mean, look at the names they had there. Like, and I'm sorry, their storytelling in NXT. I mean, it pretty much just died. That's why people still aren't watching on Tuesday. It had nothing to do with the people there. Because whoever the hell was writing the shit was god awful.
I'm just wondering how they're actually having people like sit there and
Watch and
yeah,
anything.
unless
Watch it, write it.
unless all those performance people that they just hired, they just throw in the crowd and throw some wrestling shirts on. I mean, I believe it.
At this point. Yes, that was but since Stand and Deliver was great. And hell, even the last takeover.
Oh yeah,
Last takeover.
oh yeah.
Still, it was a takeover, but it's everything in between that has turned into Monday Night Raw. Where it's like, what in the why? Like, why even
Yeah,
waste the time?
I'm waiting for the Ninja Turtles to show up to face Karrion Kross because they can't figure out how to push him and actually, just let him be him. And no, we're gonna go back to the '80s. For a minute there,
all kinds of dumb shit.
I thought it was the Unabomber. Like, yeah, I went there. You're welcome. Like, sorry, like,
I mean, you got all this great talent.
Yeah.
That are working with great people and do great matches and are putting over younger talent and getting them into positions to do things, but yet they're going out of their way
agreed.
to shit all over them. Pardon my French, even though, well, it's me, and just ruining, like whatever word you would like to use to describe what they are doing.
And
it's abysmal. And yes, people, if you heard that beep, that is me trying to make sure that I get stuff recorded that needs to be recorded. Just in case you're wondering what that beep was, that was actually someone cussing at Joe Biden. But we just had that conversation. Aha, it's another wrestling night. See, I'm starting to record that stuff now too, because at least, I mean, they might not have like the greatest but storytelling at all, but they were an absolute nothing. And they're still working on all that and trying to become something. They have the talent. I've heard nothing but really, really good things about the pay-per-view. I haven't seen it, but I've heard nothing but just amazing reviews about
the Forbidden Door,
about AEW, like about All Out, like in general. Like I've heard nothing but just except for the Big Show match. Yeah, and I'm gonna say Big Show because if JR can do it, I can do it too.
Fact.
And I'm not getting paid.
Yeah.
Trust and believe.
And if nobody saw the post that I shared, that was a really good throwback homage to 1, 2, 3 Kid and Bret Hart. That match I've watched. I mean, it's tit for tat, man. Like that was cool.
I've heard some fantastic.
I did not pick up on that right away, and shame on me. But somebody posted it. Somebody posted it, and everything that I watch, I went back on YouTube because AEW's a little bit nicer. Like they at least, in case you missed it, the good stuff.
While that was happening, I was in Darlington, South Carolina, on the back straightaway in Section E, row 20, which is actually only like 8 rows back. I don't understand. Whatever. Who am I to count? And seat 8, standing and watching a NASCAR race and just drinking beer, having a good time. And by the way, I know it's completely off topic, but if you want to go to an event and not spend $16 on a beer, you can go to a NASCAR event, go to the Busch trailer, find the Busch people. You get 2 koozies, 4 beers, and a cooler packed with ice for $16. You get like 4 drinks. I mean, and they're selling the coolers somewhere else for like $10 a pop.
Oh yeah,
10, 15 because it's got it's got all the marketing on it. Yeah, but as you think, you always $4 for a hot dog. That literally and they have very good concession people if you ever want to go to Darlington. Hannah went to try to get a pulled pork sandwich. They didn't have any pulled pork yet. So she came back to her seat, and the lady actually left the concession stand and came down to find her to tell her that they had.
Wow. Nice.
I'm just saying.
Them Southern manners, man.
That's what I was doing. Like I wasn't going to pay for it anyway because, well, it's me. But, and I know someone shared it. I don't remember what page it was. Somewhere on Facebook, someone shared the whole thing so everyone could watch it. But I've heard, again, great things. I'm not sure about
Yeah.
Punk and Pants, but I mean, that's just because we saw him and it was
He
just,
did. He did tweet out asking an
I
opinion. So
saw, I saw,
I'm sure. I'm sure he's going to take that into consideration.
but yeah, like but the stuff they're doing there,
Oh yeah.
that's why they were winning because they're actually it's not just the same stupid shit and stuff that they're pulling back from the 80s. Like it's
Yeah.
like it's not dumb shit. Like they might not hit every time AEW does something,
Yeah.
but they're still like, I mean,
Yeah.
Jericho, just look how many people weren't complaining about Jericho and MJF going on for how long now? Like he even said it was the
Yeah.
longest anything of his career ever, period. Like they drug that
Yeah.
out and it was good. And everyone was talking great about all the matches.
Oh yeah.
And
And I hate to say it, MJF, and I know Jericho's said it, and a lot of people have said it, from fans to commentating. MJF is like the next Jericho, like just character wise, telling a story. MJF, I can see reinventing himself after doing what he's doing. I mean, even if he stays in AEW, I know there were talks about, MJF kind of outweighing whether he'd stay, but I think I could see him doing. Oh yeah, and I can see him doing what Jericho's been doing with reinventing himself and keeping it fresh.
And especially I see him staying because they're working with literally everyone.
Oh yeah.
Like they're
Yeah.
working with TNA and whatever the hell
New
they call
Japan
themselves.
Impact.
Like
Yeah.
sorry, Impact 30. That's what they're going to. They
Yeah.
buy something different every 5 minutes. But yeah, they're working with all kinds of stuff. And so he can go and like there's all kinds of different people and places he can go and work with to keep building everything and get the experience in the different places. And I think it'll be good. I did like Mick Foley's video. I mean, I'm sure you saw like minute,
video. I was going to be. Yep, that was going to be one of my.
You're in trouble. Like Mick Foley's coming out with, they did great for me, but right now with what the shit you're doing, like, you're in trouble, and you are your own worst enemy. Shout out to Lit for your one song that anyone cares about. Because every now and then, Karrion Kross comes out in a helmet, and I don't need to finish the lyric. Jeff Hardy's running around doing stupid shit for the 24/7 title, apparently. I mean, like,
like that kind of.
You continuously shoot yourself in the face.
Yeah, and it's a thing, like, not to go back on the whole Jeff Hardy thing, but like everyone's like, Karrion Kross needs to be pushed on the main roster, so him and Jeff Hardy face, and then everyone's pissing and moaning that Jeff Hardy's getting underutilized or jobbing out to Karrion Kross. It's like, dude, you can't have your cake and eat it too. That's another thing that's pissing me off too about just WWE in general is some of these fans, and I know we're fans, but we look at it in a different aspect than a lot of other people.
As
I
have it as just my real problem with it is you have Kross, this indestructible thing. He comes up, he loses to Jeff because Jeff has his feet on the ropes. Whatever. We all know that Jeff was like, we said it right afterward. Jeff's going to get his ass beat. Like we all knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
But 1 week he's doing big things. Next week he's getting just slaughtered. Then like now he's doing make a consistency.
But they're
Can they be more consistent in goose shit? That's all I ask of the creative team and the writers. What you can't have like Karrion Kross, indestructible, does that. Then he comes out the next week, slaughters a guy. Then he comes out the next week, loses. Then he comes back and he makes Keith Lee look like garbage. I mean, like, can you make up your damn mind? Like, there's no consistency with it except for Lashley coming out and MVP running his suck hole.
And that's the thing, like,
and Charlotte has to be champion.
Doing a Keith Lee and Karrion Kross thing, it's like, okay, come on. Everyone's been waiting for Lee to come back. Everyone's excited for Kross to be on the main roster. But you can't, like, those are two guys you can't.
Keith.
One can't lose and the other one win. Like you got to find somebody different. I mean, for God's sake, just find some local jobbers for something. Just you don't take Lee and Kross in the same match because like you're trying to push them both as main roster guys, but you can't put them against each other. You just can't. Like you can't do stuff like that. They're going to, but it's like,
which is why the ratings suck.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
understand what they're doing with Jeff, what they were doing with Jeff. They passing the torch, developing these guys, but then you've got the fans out there like, well, we want Jeff to have a push. Well, come on.
I just want consistency.
Yeah, and I think that's what it is too. And I think you got these, the
I just
fanboys pissing and moaning that,
that's all I piss and
because
moan
the
about.
lack of consistency.
Like,
But
the
like,
people complaining, give him a push to like those people.
yeah,
Like, I'm sorry, does he deserve one more good one if he's yeah. Like just because of like not even a big one, just give him like think of the stuff he could do
oh yeah,
with like what the hell's on the US title or something. I mean, granted, he could like think if I think him and
Yeah.
Priest could have hell of a good matches.
yeah.
Like, put him in
I
that-
think Hardy and AJ Styles.
yeah, like just put him
Like-
something just but
Yeah.
like just having him go from like he's up here in the US champion, then suddenly he's there, then suddenly he's beating like carrying
Yeah.
cross, then suddenly he's back down here, then he's up here, and now he's chasing around fucking Reggie, sorry. Talking about his damn ice cream, and Tozawa's running around in dog suits and
Yeah.
I just consistency in the whole product. I don't give a damn which way they do it. Just can we stop?
Yeah.
Like, guess what? There wasn't a lot of consistency in the attitude there, but it was the same people consistently. This person got a title shot, and like it was controlled chaos. This is just throwing shit at a dartboard and seeing what, like praying that we actually hit something. Like it is just, it hurts my head. I don't know if people know this or not. I already suffer from migraines, photosensitivity and stuff. I don't need their creative team helping my head.
Yeah.
At all.
But speaking of Raw this past week, Vince was missing.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if he had, but he could have been with Hunter with Paul because of the procedure and stuff.
True.
So, I mean, he could have been doing that. Like I mean, that came out that he wasn't going to be there before before I saw the Paul thing. Like that was just today, I thought. So I mean, he could have been there with him when it happened, because I mean, like it is, his wife's, his daughter's husband and his granddaughter's father, and like, so he could have just been there doing that. It's the only excuse I see Vince taking for it. But I wasn't gonna even go there. I was gonna go back and stick on NXT. And when it pisses me off that Gigi Dolan and JC Jane, like, can you people just admit like they stole Sweet Dreams by like they stole like that's total rip off a Manson song. Like they just cut the words out.
Yeah.
No. I'm sitting there listening to them. I know that song. I've heard that before. So that's how you're going to get away with it. Well, just steal it and take 2 notes out of it. We didn't steal your song. Like, it's not like, I mean.
And that's like a plain, like a straight ripoff. It's not like where Kid Rock took Sad But True stuff and used it. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't obvious until.
You know, my years it took me to even notice that they did that. So I listened to it one day.
Exactly. Like,
wait, I know that guitar riff.
Yeah.
Like,
but it took you how many years to it took you how many years to figure it out though? Like you're like, yeah.
As a matter of fact, that sounds familiar. But that first note, I was like you stole that. Like, how the hell did you get around that? Why you stole that?
Yeah.
But really, I mean, I don't know. I think that the good days of NXT are done. For some reason, I don't see Thatcher, Ciampa, Pete Dunne. I don't see a lot of the guys being left.
Who
cares how good they can wrestle?
Speaking of Dunne, Dunne's contract is almost done, and from what I hear, hasn't been any talks. Supposedly SummerSlam, they had thrown something on the table, but I don't think he did anything.
And they're not going to keep it secret, so
no. And actually, a lot of contracts. If we're going to go the contract route, Sami Zayn ends in fall 21. Kevin
KO
Owens
22.
Is January 22 got cut short. Kevin Owens tweet out there with the coordinates for Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
I did like that. I'm like,
Sorry, that was since deleted. Like, oh, like what? Does someone in the WWE actually have a brain and figure it out? I'll go do that shit, Kevin. Well, how about you actually give me a career?
Yeah.
Why? Because you know who saved all those pay-per-views during the pandemic? It was him and Roman, literally just him diving off
Yeah.
of everything known to mankind. And really, I mean, all of his matches were gold until Paul Heyman couldn't
Yeah.
just, I don't know, punch a referee in the face and
Yeah. Yeah.
save that whole thing. But yeah, there's a lot of people going up. But I mean,
Yeah.
and again, they're bringing it. They want to be monsters. Like,
Yeah.
well, you just got rid of a lot of monsters, actually. For being honest.
Yeah. Mr. Schur now is a free agent. Did something with EC3. Forget what the event was. It was him and versus EC3. I can't remember what exactly, but
That man's
he's
asking a pretty penny for appearances.
Yeah.
Like, damn, I want this much money. What do you get?
Yeah, I think it was 20K. I think it was 20K.
2 nights in a hotel. I mean, like Adam's making that money now. What? Vince shafted me.
Yeah.
Like, you're not worth that much money. Oh, really? Like, cool. Got you. Roger Dodger.
But speaking of other places besides and our WWE and all that, Trevor Murdoch, NWA champion. Did you see that?
Hey, did you also see?
He's like a modern day Harley Race, man.
Did you also see?
I saw that article with the comparisons.
I don't know if you've been on the news, watched the news lately, and seen what our old friend Tyrus is doing. AKA, let's not get into the Funkasaurus and all that stupid shit, but he's the NWA TV champion, and he's still doing his new stuff with the belt on his shoulder. What better promotion do you need for the NWA than him sitting there on TV with the belt on his shoulder, just doing his thing? So good for Trevor. I mean,
yeah, I'm happy for him. It was nice. It was nice that Flair came out and did his. That was, and Murdoch is nowhere near the picture perfect what a wrestler's supposed to be. Again, the comparison to Harley,
looks like he belongs in the NWA.
Yeah, and like the comparison to Harley Race, that was cool.
Harley, I mean Dusty, like look at all the people.
Yeah,
he fits the NWA, but
yes, he does.
And Bruce Pritchard even admitted that they went and got it in his head about being Big Dick Murdoch. You got to go and be like that when he was with Numbnuts, Lance Cade. That guy could wrestle. Trevor could talk, he could wrestle. Like, it's good for him. Like, I'm glad to see after all these years, because I'm sorry, Cade Murdoch, like, it was good, but when you get with someone that can't talk, like, it kind of it doesn't help. But good for him. Like, they're doing, like I said, look at all the good things. I mean, he's doing that over there. Tyrus is doing that over there. Look at all the stuff they gave Christian right away. Punk, Brian Danielson.
I got a couple.
Adam Cole, Ruby.
Yeah.
I mean, there's big things happening all over the world, except we're not mentioning anything that has to do with WWE, because it's just stuff that WWE ruined because they don't have a brain in between their ears.
But I'm kind of glad Vince is screwing it up. You know what? It gives us a broader topic of just everything in general.
And really, I'm just gonna hope and pray now that there's actual gonna be legitimate, like that Brian and Punk on their own were. I mean, that's gonna get them lots of viewers. And maybe it can actually lead us back to when
I was gonna say they're at least averaging no more than 1 million at least.
Yeah, like it's gonna hopefully it wakes everyone up and we finally get back to the when wrestling was at its best, when it wasn't.
I mean, will it be WCW all over again? I don't think so.
I don't think Khan's
Tony Khan has too much money.
And he's not going to get bought out by anyone, like, let's say, AOL.
Oh, no.
And thrown to the wayside. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Because, he has an ungodly amount of money, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon.
And he's not going too crazy with the money. I think it's more the atmosphere, because I've seen people what they deserve. Yeah, multiple interviews with Punk. It's just like, it's not really about
money.
I don't care what people say. Everyone's like, Punk's all about the money. It's not. It's not. It's about the
Hey,
passion. It's about
everyone's
being.
all about the money, but
But
when you actually do have a deep love for something and you finally get a chance to actually
do
remember,
it.
remember, he retired from professional wrestling the day he signed that WWE contract. Sadly.
Yeah.
I mean, we can still remember all the stuff he did in WWE, which was phenomenal.
Yeah.
But it's
And
just a
like
bunch of
guys
dumb
like
shit.
yeah, and guys like you and me, like we liked Punk before the pipe bomb. We appreciated what Punk did before the pipe bomb, and everyone's like, "Oh, he's just like one hit wonder." Well,
Hey,
dude, you don't know. Like if you don't know Ring of Honor, then you're wrong. Sorry.
yeah, he was doing. I mean, it's hard to catch it. It's on at weird
Yeah.
times and stuff, but I see it all the time, and I'm flipping through it like, oh shit,
Oh
how
yeah.
about that? If only it wasn't on during other stuff I was trying to watch. But like Ring of Honor did good. Like that. Look at all the people that
Oh
came through
yeah.
there back then. I mean,
Yeah. And now they're on AW.
yeah, like, but look how many people came through there through all these years that they got there. Just like, I mean, it was good, and
Yeah.
gave people opportunity. It was good stuff, and then
Yeah.
like they got to the big leagues. Hell, I knew him there, but the second he came out to Kill Switch, like Vince actually like paid like, but I'm in. I liked him then, but I mean, shit, he was getting garbage a lot of the time. But he came out to Kill Switch.
Oh yeah.
Everyone does. I mean, he was in WWECW. He was getting fed all kinds of garbage. Everyone
Yeah.
was. I mean, Jesus Christ, they opened up the show with the zombie coming out and Sandman caning the living shit out of him. Like, if that wasn't a preamble for what was to come, I don't know what is. Preamble. There's my big word of the day. For now, it's still early. Damn it. So there. And
But
looking at my notes when Cross came out in the headset, in the headgear, poor Cross. Like that's all I wrote. Me giving
yeah.
sympathy to Karrion Cross. But I'm just looking at my notes that I never recorded anything on. But poor Cross. Like it's
Yeah.
bad when that's all I have to say is poor Cross. God damn. But I
Yeah.
think they're bringing like that's why I mean they got Punk, they got Brian, like they actually do like wrestling.
Oh yeah.
It's not the baby
Yeah.
back bullshit. It's not the PG like yay. It's not getting handcuffs put on them, which WWE like hey what here's your 6 moves, deal with it. That's letting people do
Yeah.
stuff. I just hope they
Speaking.
put Brian into good situations with people.
Yeah, and
so he
I
doesn't.
want. Yeah, and
get hurt.
I think they'll play their cards right. Like and hell, you could put Adam Cole and Danielson together. Like that's a no brainer. Hello, they're both on
We'll just call
other
him
side,
Brian.
but you know.
We'll just call
But
him Brian.
speaking of that,
I just love watching his shoulder.
the new revamped theme, I'm okay with.
I haven't heard it.
Would have been nice to have the final countdown by Europe, but if Tony Khan wants to shout the money, there was one time where Ring of Honor used it once, and I'll give you one wild guess how much it costs to use it once. If you haven't read any articles,
I'm gonna go. At least I know what they're asking now. With some zeros after it.
50,000 per time was what they were asking for in Ring of Honor. Now imagine what they'd be asking for now.
Like
I
hate to break it to y'all. No one really cares about the final countdown anymore. I can't remember the last time I actually heard it anywhere to include sporting events. And if you let him get that and use it like for cheap, like the amount of money they will make in royalties just with people downloading it would make them a good chunk of change. 50,000 per. And you guys are broke. 50,000.
So that's out of the question. Another thing is out of the question is the yes chance. As far as him using it, because apparently WWE has intellectual property rights to that word.
To the word yes.
Thanks, Vince. Oh yeah.
So you mean to tell me that when I copyright, like, let's say a title for a show, I have to sign all kinds of waivers to use my own name, and I'm not allowed to have the word the or any of that included in any of it. I'm not trying to do it, but they got the word yes. Like they've copyrighted the word
intellectual property
in that
rights
way.
and other
Hey,
in
everyone's
the
gonna
way
chant it.
in the way of when
Hey,
Brian was using it as Daniel.
But
the crowds can do it all they want.
I mean, remember, like Matt Hardy, like theoretically, when him and Matt showed up, like there were still a few, like they didn't say anything though, which means they go like he could just sit there and they can chant. He can get away. Why? I'm not using the word yes. I'm just moving my arms and they're using the word yes.
Well, I did notice when Brian showed up for All Out that you could see him go like that, but he wasn't. You know what I mean? Just to cover himself. I mean, he wasn't even pointing. He just, but better safe than sorry.
Hey Vince,
because you know how Vince will play that shit.
Fun fact: if you just gave a shit and let people do their job,
yeah,
because you might call it entertainment, it's sports entertainment. Because they're still professional wrestlers. Let them do their damn job and just get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah.
What happened when they were down for over a year straight in the ratings? And WCW is literally trying to put them out of business no matter what the hell Bischoff tries to say. About a million people have said, yeah, he was trying to. And they just let people just go, be you. Suddenly there was this whole renaissance and revolution, and they won. Let people do their stuff. What do you think AEW's doing? They're letting people do their own stuff. They're letting people do things.
Oh, yeah.
Like, here you go. Go. Buy. Is it completely off the cuff? No, but I mean, like, let people have some freedom. I guarantee a cross coming out in that helmet. Like, hey, what, you're wearing this? Like, hey, what? I retire. You can own the name. What? I'm going to go back and be Kevin Cross in about 91 days. Or the White Rabbit. They don't own that one.
Well, hopefully, with Karrion Kross's main roster contract, hopefully they remembered to put 90 days and not 30. Because
shut up.
And they've been getting heat. Oh my God, they're pissed about Owens' contract being up sooner than later. Like Sammy's, like
hey,
I'm surprised like Vince hasn't fired them all for being stupid.
Yeah, except you can't fire stupid when you yourself are stupid and out of touch with reality in general. Actually, like he's just gone.
Yeah.
Like, where did you? He said he said it on many times, Brian. But he wanted to go like the WWE guys should be able to go and wrestle here, there, and everywhere. You said no, and here we are. Adam Cole, his Twitch was a big thing. Like, okay, bye. I did love how he came out in the black and gold shirt, though. As
yeah, that was
dead. So hey, what? One more shot. Everyone has to take a shot. Did Daniel take a shot yet? Sorry, did Brian take a shot yet?
Not really.
He's too nice of a human being. Everyone else takes deep shots.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, Brian's a little bit more respectful out of the fact.
Brian's an adult.
Yeah.
Everyone else is all like, "You want to fuck on me? Watch this." And they're jumping out of a trunk buck naked with a crowbar, beating the shit out of you. Like, and lots of props to Punk for actually paying for all those ice cream bars, so everyone can have free ice cream bars. Like, after all these years, it finally happened. Punk and his damn ice cream bars.
Telling you, Tony could really make some money and actually sell them in stores.
Like, how bitter are you that you're all these years later, free ice cream bars on me? Like, well, damn.
And that was out of his own pocket.
Like, well, damn. Well, he's been talking about ice cream bars for forever. Like, it finally happened. Amazing.
Oh, man. So
that's what she said.
Seems like Alexa's back in the title picture. I wanted to bring that up. Maybe they'll
I really hate this chair.
We can hope they would give her the title. I think she's very well deserving of it.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a while. I mean, and I just Charlotte's still there.
I know.
Like if Alexa wins, Charlotte's just gonna go and beat her the next night. Just ragdoll her because
I think that's the only saving grace right now for the women's title. Everyone's tired of seeing Charlotte. They don't really have anything.
Santina could come out right now and win the women's title, and everyone would be okay with it. And
Yeah.
if it's 2021, everyone would really actually be okay with it.
Fact.
Because you do whatever the hell you want. It's a strange time we live in,
Yeah.
but like anything to beat just to make Charlotte go away. Like she's literally gonna hit like 17.
I thought she was supposed to be doing a movie like 3 months ago.
Well, then the Delta variant started coming around. Apparently, we're all dying again. Even though I was to a concert or race, last time I checked, all those college football stadiums were slammed full of people last weekend. And we're all being bad Americans, I believe is how they put it on CNN.
Well, that's CNN, of course.
I'm saying, but hey, if we're
I mean,
gonna talk about, we talked about
even,
Ted Turner.
Even stupid can. Well, maybe stupid can't figure out stupid out. But never mind. We won't go there.
We talked about Ted Turner. Let's talk about this is CNN. And now I'm shooting out DX invading the thing, but world it.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good thing that people are doing things. That's just me.
Yeah.
Guess what? We're free. We do what we want. People can take risks. And I haven't seen any crazy numbers of people like, oh my God, we're all dying from it. But, whatever the hell. But yeah. It made things, I'm guessing, weird for Hollywood, though, because, because, all those crazy, like, Scientology sycophants out there, like, so. Or they just said screw it because Charlotte came out and got her head ripped off, but that's a perfect heel though. Except she's kind of like Roman. She's kind of like Roman Reigns was like when they tried to make him a baby face. We're just booing her because not even because she's good at being heel. We're tired of seeing her. We're tired of seeing her always be the champion. We're seeing it like they're all, oh well, everyone else could step up. Well, let someone step up. Why? No matter who steps up, or what, how good they're doing, Charlotte always comes out on top.
Hell, I'd be fine with Doudrop. Sorry, Piper being champion. I'd be fine with it.
I'm okay with Piper Niven being champion.
Yeah.
You wouldn't hear me complain one bit because her body of work across the pond was really good.
Or hell, what they could have done is they could have had Piper with what's her face? I can't remember her name because I don't care. That chick. Yeah, we'll just that chick.
Her hair is this color.
Yeah, like they could have had before the whole Doudrop turning on her thing. They could have had Alexa take the title from Charlotte, and then it would have been Alexa and what's her face, and then Doudrop turns into the doll character, and there's your storyline. Holy crap! Like you could have, get the ticker out for that one.
I don't know where it is. We haven't done this in so long. I have evacuated it from the premises.
We haven't done this for so long. I can't remember the damn doll's name.
Lily.
Yeah.
I still got it.
Yep. Yes, you do.
Still got it. And when I say it, I mean brain damage.
I think we all have a little.
Oh, I got a lot.
Yeah.
I finally replaced my accident shoes today from getting run over. Like I'm finally not wearing them on my feet. Well, It took me almost 2 years to do that. I figured as they got knocked off my feet, I might as well keep them on my feet as long as humanly possible. But that got replaced on a completely different note. But I don't want to see Piper get drug into that. It would have been nice to see like her maybe against like Charlotte being like Eva Marie, like if she just squashed the hell out of Charlotte got the title,
Yeah.
and Eva went and tried to grab it, and she just picked her up and said, "Hell, fuck. Let's just go with the Lana. Just pick her up, just slam her through an announce table, and then we don't see Eva Marie anymore." And Piper gets to have the title. Like that would have worked for me.
Yeah.
Something about Eva Marie going through tables, just the thought of it, just which is why they probably had her attack her before.
Saw a few updates on some video games on 2K22. We know that got
Delayed.
bumped to March. Saw some more, at least the graphics. I mean, not much of the gameplay, but it looks promising from a graphics standpoint. I'm actually a little bit more excited about the AEW game, given that it's, you know, being done by THQ, which they were the only ones.
Superior games.
Oh yes, like I still hope and pray one day that I know. And speaking of THQ, I think they're coming up on their 10th anniversary or some anniversary. They're going to be announcing supposedly 10 titles. We could always hope and pray that it would be a remaster of Here Comes the Pain, but I don't think that'll ever happen.
That's a good
but
game.
I mean, I've always been that's my favorite, hands down. Just everything all around wise,
and the commercials were good.
Yeah, and it wouldn't take much to really re-release it.
But you know who they'd have to have on board.
I mean, look. Oh, yeah.
Vincent Kennedy McMahon. If we're not talking about video games, guess what? This is 2 straight days. The Champions is still broken, and they haven't done a fucking thing or even mentioned it anywhere that it's broken.
I won't be surprised once they do your next update, you lose the Fiend.
That right now is like, let's not go there. If I got a free 4-star like bronze out of the deal, like if I finally got him and he's like my number 2 killing machine, so I could just get through stuff really fast, they take him away. Then all I have left is Aleister Black, which I'm not complaining. Aleister Black from NXT before they put him on the main roster and underutilized him, took out his eye, finally started doing something. Poof, done.
Yeah.
But yeah, Here Comes the Pain was good. Hell, re-release the original like Raw versus SmackDown. Who cares? Re-release that absurdity.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I bought the original SpongeBob game when they remastered it. Battle for Bikini Bomb. Come on, dude, that was a classic. My kids love it. Some nostalgia.
I didn't even know they made one.
Oh, dude.
But you know what I spent money on? I got all 3 remastered Spyro the Dragon games and all 3 remastered Crash Bandicoot games. And I only spent
comes in a
$30.
bundle. Yep. It was on sale.
Guess what? That was worth it. SpongeBob can still, he can sit on my sink and dry out and just die, get mauled by Daisy. Except that she ate it, then I'd probably have to flush her because she's going to die from everything growing in there. But yeah, my champion still sucks. But hopefully, I mean, I've seen some gameplay from 2K22. I mean, hopefully now that they delayed it,
they also
it's a bad sign they delayed it for that long though. Like they were a year behind schedule apparently. Like that's bad.
But the AEW game, they did
I didn't know they were making one.
They did some gameplay with Darby Allin and Jungle Boy, just like some basic stuff, and it's got that THQ feel to it. And
for some reason, I look at a Jungle Boy and I just get angry. Never mind, he can go or any of that. I just look at him like,
oh yeah,
I kind of want to headbutt you. Brain damage be damned.
If you get a chance to check out any other mobile games that have to do with wrestling, the AEW game that's out on mobile, it's that management thing. That looks pretty cool.
I didn't even know there was one. Again,
yeah.
I'm sorry. Once Afghanistan started happening, like my brain was somewhere besides watching an obscene amount of garbage that WWE produces. At least I'm honest about it. It sucks. I wasn't
gonna lie. Like I was just skimming through and watching highlights on YouTube or Facebook. Like I haven't actually sat down and watched like maybe 15 to 20 consecutive minutes of wrestling, except for AEW. Well, even AEW, I was just going through the highlights too. It's just like I understand where you're coming from with the, not to go political, but the Afghanistan shit, it's frustrating. It really is. And, now the wife understands why we're angry.
Sums it up right there. This
Yeah.
beautiful little thing right here. I think you have one too, hopefully.
No, I never got a plaque, never got anything.
Oh,
when I
wait.
left.
Oh, no, well, again, we were sent over to you. We were just attached, so never mind. We got
Yeah,
ours.
but I never got a damn thing except
Hey,
have a good life.
hey, if it helps, I got that, which I paid for when we went back to Tanks. And then the one from Tanks has like the wrong month on there, but I don't even know where the hell they got the day that I allegedly got out on because it was nowhere near anything. But that, yeah, like what we were
The only thing I have to share or show from the Fighting Six Marines is when Brigadier General Simcock came to our last ball and he gave me his French Fortigé. We swapped French Fortigés. God bless that man.
Good
I don't
old
know if he's still
Simcock.
brigadier. I don't know if he's still a brigadier or if he's moved up, but it's been a while.
After this much time, I mean, that ball was in what, 09? Yeah, in almost 12 years, if he has not moved up, he better be living on some like mountaintop somewhere, just being left alone. Jesus God Almighty, if Lopez got a star because of us, Simcock better be somewhere, even though he was playing, how did you put it? He was a ping pong ball between the Pentagon and the Capitol. Yeah. So, but good guy, great leader.
Yes.
Came
Yes.
back, missed that, it wasn't on the deployment that I was on, but came back to the ball, gave us his love.
Yes,
Good
he
dude.
did.
He was a good dude, but yeah, Afghanistan kind of won. And now that I want to say dying down, but now that less information is coming out because we're not there, our people are still there, but we're not there. Yeah, it's good to have wrestling to get away from it. It's just,
Yeah.
God, then I have to watch Raw. Good thing about having Hannah around, she doesn't want to watch it, so I only get to watch I get to watch in the morning and try to catch up, and then it's just
Yeah.
repeat.
You didn't miss much.
Oh, I know. Don't worry, I have actually made it through all of it, except for I didn't watch Raw or NXT this weekend just because work schedules and all that. But
Gotcha.
what I saw, it was the usual. But
couple quick other things here. Looks like there's going to be a Netflix thing called Escape the Undertaker.
Yeah, with Taker and the New Day, that has to be I don't even care how ridiculous it is. Taker just doing something, and well, the New Day. The New Day is at least going to get you to laugh, and no matter how stupid it is, they'll at least entertain you.
I wonder how hard it was for Taker to stay serious.
And I heard it was flip that switch on.
Yeah.
Yeah. He goes from broken foot, barely moving, to climbing up a cell, dropping down from the top of the cell on his what? Put that light on. Taker does superhuman things.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to, no pun with supernatural there. But the man is a freak of nature.
But speaking of other shows, looks like our friend The Miz will be on Dancing with the Stars this year. Saw that come across last night.
Oh, I saw it this morning. Make him go away. Can we have Morrison just beat the living shit out of him?
Stuff like that, though. It fits him.
Can we just have Morrison just slaughter him? Oh wait, he's too busy.
Can we just have Morrison? Yeah, can we just have Morrison have a decent damn storyline? No, we're just going to feed him to Karrion Kross, which I don't want to go there because I don't want to contradict myself. Don't get me wrong, but it brings me back to people want Karrion Kross to have a proper push and not look like a reject of Shredder and the Turtles. But then yet people want Morrison to have an actual proper final push because he's gone through so much crap. So again, it's like the Jeff Hardy and Karrion Kross effect. It doesn't work.
He's been eating piles of shit and just been Miz's sidekick literally since this whole time back.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I am somewhat of a fan of America's Most Wanted, a little bit. It is kind of funny. A little bit. It grows on you. But Grows on you slowly.
So does herpes, fungus. You don't want those things growing on you. Just saying.
You have to admit some of the puns were pretty funny.
Some of them, yes, but I've been bitching before the show, on this show, when I'm not doing the show and I see him, like, can we just give him one? Just like, why the did you bring him back for this? Like, what? Just like,
maybe it's the Dolph Ziggler effect, where Ziggler didn't really care what happened because he knew he could do stuff in the ring, and it didn't matter whether he wins or loses. Like, maybe it's that kind of feeling. Like, maybe he's got that whole Ziggler thing. I mean,
yeah. Except Ziggler's been there for 1,000 years. Like, he came back here and he's gotten nothing.
Yeah.
Hey, you're Miz's sidekick, yay! And I was like, oh look, Miz turned on him, yay!
Yeah.
Too bad he didn't turn on Miz. Yeah, that would have been if he turned on Miz, there would have been an unresounding explosion from the crowd in that building. Instead, everyone's just like, yeah, I saw that coming. Again,
but if you didn't
thank
see
you, WWE.
If you haven't seen that, the PWI Top 500 is out. Saw that right before we started tonight.
I'm number 1.
Top 10. I got the top 10 here. Coming in at number 10, we got Mr. Swan, which he's come a long way. I like how he's been able to reinvent himself. Yeah.
All that.
And he's where he's at. Yeah, and where he's at is good because he can still work, both boats with AEW and Impact.
Yeah, which is helps everyone, helps him, helps it's good, and it's good to see him come back from that little bit of darkness there that got his dumbass.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. I'm all for second chances.
Sorry if I butcher this. Takagi, Takagi.
Takagi.
Yeah, you got it. Sorry, I totally butchered that one.
I speak the Japanese.
We got Balor at number 8 here. It's good, with what he's done with NXT.
For how he's been, it was the NXT
for how he's been being utilized. Will Ospreay, Will Ospreay's number 7, Moxley at 6. I respect that, Moxley could have been maybe top 5, maybe top 3, just for the fact of crossing between New Japan and doing the AEW stuff, even though they all kind of work together, just with, taking the chances when going over there, coming back.
Still cross-platforming and stuff. So, I mean.
Yeah. A lot of these cross-platformers I would rather have up a little bit higher, but you know how it goes. Coming in at number 5, Bushi. I think that was the wrestler he just wrestled at All Out, I believe. I'm not too sure. I think it was. If not, correct me if I'm wrong, whoever's watching this, but I'm pretty sure it was someone from New Japan. That's all I know. And not of, But anyways,
don't say that.
Moving on. Number 5, McIntyre. Doesn't surprise me.
He's had some. I mean,
yeah. I would expect the McIntyre to be down a little bit lower. Just no offense, it's getting repetitive.
And again, though, like the garbage they fed him. I mean,
exactly.
It's for the whole year. I mean, he did carry WWE.
Yeah.
Till he didn't carry WWE, and then by the time he wasn't, we were all actually over it because they just did the same shit for like 3 straight months, which isn't his fault. They say you're doing this. He's gonna be like, okay.
Yeah. Number 3, Lashley.
I mean, he has had his best matches of his career, I believe. He still can't talk. He still can't talk to save his goddamn life.
Yeah.
Like you hear him talking, you're like, yeah, I don't believe that. Sorry, guy.
And then here is the surprise. Number 2, Mr. Reigns at number 2.
I was waiting for you to throw like Otis at me or something just to catch me off guard.
No, this was quite surprising. I mean,
was Kenny Omega number 1?
Yeah. Second, I think this is if I read the article right, second year in a row that a non-WWE is not number 1.
What are the odds? Like, I mean, Roman's number 2. That means, Kenny's number 1. Dave,
don't get me wrong.
75-star reviews. Goddamn Dave Meltzer.
Yeah. But it doesn't surprise me though. I mean, it would. I'd have to say it would be a dead heat between Reigns and Omega.
I think
In their own separate categories, I think they're both number one. Like, I don't think I could decide between Omega and Reigns. Just for what Omega's done and what Reigns has done.
Like, for me, this is coming from a completely unbiased position. Look at what Omega has around him. And he was the everything champion. He was going, here, look at everything he had around him. Roman was the goddamn WWE for the whole entire year. All right. He held what? There was what? He had like Mega. He had the Young Bucks. He had Miro, Moxley, like MJF, Jericho. He had all these people around him that, like, what? If it wasn't for Roman's, like, there was nothing watchable in WWE. Like, almost at all. So I would put him ahead of that. But again, just on that basis, never mind like anything what he had, like he had help. Kenny actually had talent around him and other people make the shows. Like, there was other parts of the shows that people talked about with Omega, like, because there's all like Miro's doing great things as a heel. Like, there's all this good stuff. Like, what the hell is around Roman besides Paul Heyman and his right hand man and nobody's bitch recently? Like, it was Roman and Paul, and that was it. Like, yes, Daniel was there, but guess what? Daniel was in those storylines with Roman. Kevin with Roman. What the hell else did anyone watch SmackDown for? The women's tag division was a pile of dog shit. The tag division is a joke. Apollo Crews, enough said. Like, so I think he should have got, just because he literally held that whole entire, like, if it was not for him, that would have sucked. You could take Kenny Omega away, and guess what? There's still a lot of people that they would have tuned in to watch.
Yeah.
Roman, if he wasn't on SmackDown, would we have ever talked about SmackDown? Guess what? I've seen the notes we've both taken. No, we would not have talked about SmackDown, because what did we talk about 90% of the time? Roman and Heyman and his right-hand man and the story they were in, because there was nothing else. Because everything
I just can't wait till this whole Reigns and Brock thing come to a head, man. That's going to be again. I'm calling it like I called it a few weeks ago. Paul Heyman is going to make that storyline.
Yeah. Brock's not going to show up every 5 seconds. Like, what? Heyman's going to be the guy to.
He'll be there this Friday.
Oh, duh.
And rumor has it possibly Taker showing up on SmackDown because it's at MSG. MSG.
Don't worry, I'm here for you. Not the stuff that Chick-fil-A is cracking us out on their delicious chicken, which, if you don't like Chick-fil-A, go yourself, because that stuff is good. Selfless, there's a free plug right there. Not that MSG, though. That's Square Garden MSG. I'm a fan.
Sorry, I had a dyslexic moment. It's okay.
It's okay. There's a reason you were in the Marine Corps, not like the Air Force. We're not known for being necessarily the brightest at all times.
No.
But I mean, it would make sense just because it's MSG, just bang. Come out, walk away. Come out to someone. See you later, bye. Have fun.
Yeah.
But just because of the building.
Yeah, because I do follow on YouTube. It's called WrestleLamia. I don't know if you ever followed him or actually watched any of his stuff.
Is it the British guy?
Yeah, it's the British guy. Yep.
That guy makes me laugh whenever I do catch it.
Sometimes I think he does a little too much digging because that's where I mean he's kind of reaching. He's like, maybe he's gonna bring Undertaker back, and
most of the time he makes me laugh.
Oh yeah, he does.
Ridiculous.
Shout out to him.
You're welcome, America.
Don't worry, man.
Someone let him know. Let his people know about our people. This is our people. I was hoping he was going to circle his face, but that bald-headed, beautifully bald-headed son of a. But
or if you're Vince McMahon, imagine.
What was the shit I saw? Now that I don't know why it just popped into my damn head. Imagination was that I still have that South Park DVD in the garage. I know where it is. That was a good time in Iraq watching that. That made me smile in times where we weren't allowed to. But I don't know why it just popped. Like, did you see the King making his thing? His comment about not coming to his condo in Florida because all the raining and flying from a hurricane season. Like what? And there's Shane Helms. I told you to stand back.
Fact.
Thank you, Shane, for being one of the what when you get notified. What you start like during hurricane season? I told you to stand back.
But
God bless him again.
The last thing on the list is always the top thing on the list, but
it just made the list.
So correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know how it really works. So I keep hearing brazen negotiations supposedly with AEW that he's pretty much signed. Are they able to sign with another company, just not wrestle? I don't know how this works. Like, I got to do some digging because I just keep seeing things on my feed like, oh, he signed. So does that mean he can sign with somebody but not wrestle while he's still in the 90-day no compete clause? Like, is that possible?
I think it is, because I mean, look at some of the guys because I mean, look at all the guys like Malachi. Like he was doing that, like he had that vignette out like immediately. Yeah, so even if he wasn't signed, they paid for that shit. He didn't, but they did. Like so. I mean, they could, as long as they're not showing their face. I think, from what I understand, they're okay. And even if they can't, I'm coming.
Well, that's the thing. That promo, everybody thought he did it on his own dime anyway. So I mean, I guess as long as it's hush hush and they don't find it out.
I mean, but his non-compete was up by the time they showed his thing.
Oh yeah, true.
Because
I just didn't know what the rules were. Like
that one up royally. So I don't know, but I did like the meme of Tony Khan wearing the Infinity.
Yeah,
is holding.
I thought you'd get a kick out of that.
Yes, I'm kind of intrigued to see the cult of
Wyndham.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. And we know he's going to do something good with it because he's done good with everything they gave.
Oh yeah.
Regardless of how they changed his gimmick like every 8 seconds. There's Bray Wyatt, new face of fear. Then he was this. Then he was Fiend. Like he's just been kind of like King Corbin. Whatever they gave him.
I do kind of like Happy Corbin. It's growing on me.
And
he's really again, Corbin is that Miz company guy statue where, okay, this is what you're giving me. I'm going to make the best of it. And you know what? That the whole turnaround from shit Corbin to Happy Corbin happened with the greatest of ease. They just. I'm glad they didn't. Everyone was like, "Oh well, it'd be funny if he lost all his money and then he's back to square one." The way they took that, and gradually worked it out. Like they didn't make it stale.
They actually made a real website for it.
Oh yeah,
they put but I will give Corbin one extra shot over the Miz because I can't think of a time where Corbin actually missed the ball. Like there was that time with Miz with the Diva Search.
Yeah, but he learned his lesson, and since then
he's been good. But he didn't have any of those stumbles yet. So I'll say he's a little bit above Miz just for that one tick, but minus that one Diva Search thing. I mean, since Miz got it firing, Miz has done everything well. So I would love to punch him directly in the back of the head, which is the perfect job. Like that's what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to make us all want to commit violence, not like ECW violence where, Bubba and Devon were literally, waiting for people to stab them as they left the place because they were just the words coming out of their mouths. We are not longer allowed to say because it is deemed offensive, really offensive, horrifically offensive. The shit they were getting away with in ECW. But Corbin, I say Happy Corbin, and I'm glad they, like I said, they're gonna do something stupid with him, like cashing in. Like I'm glad they just went to him losing to Big E and not going down that route and finishing it properly.
Yeah.
Like, cause him getting it, like I got a shot and then losing it, like, it was just one more. It was one more quick little just jab before
Yeah.
boom, happy Corbin. There's one more little shit. I'm out of everything now. Like that was good. And I think so. That was like a Joe Biden sentence right there. And I think because of what? Excuse me, Jesse. What did you just say? I have no idea. But I think he's like taking it, and he did it all so well.
Yeah.
Corbin makes, he's no matter how bad it's been, like he played the king thing well. He was a constable, like he played that to a T. We can't blame him for the weirdness when he first came up and was a lone wolf, because I mean, like they didn't know what to do with him. Like, I mean,
oh yeah,
like most people when they get called up from NXT, they just get all kinds of just weird shit because they don't know what, like, because like they're over like Rover, and then they get up to the main roster. Just, and that ain't on him. He still did a hell of a job with it. Like he did everything he had to do. Is just again, look at Alistair and Ricochet and everyone else. Like that just get lost in the shuffle and they just get handed shit and they do the best with what they're given. So that
pretty much.
Excuse me, what did you just say? So are you not here anymore? Don't know how that works. Almost bought a mini lantern, but I don't have I don't have anyone that can function my lights for me while we're doing this, so I can't just and then click. I don't have the capabilities. So otherwise,
my camera, like I have to push it down because it's like hidden in the screen now. So like I can't do anything cool either.
I know, right? But I think it's been good with like that. I think a lot of good things have happened lately. With people getting to go places and actually do something.
Oh yeah. And enjoying what they're doing.
Yeah, and actually like have joy back to it. So I mean, like that's been a good thing. I mean, there's been so much dumb, like no offense to WWE, there's just been nothing. The only thing I really otherwise saw was people telling me Becky got a bigger pop than Brock. Like, I mean, yeah, and then look how quickly that turned when they had her squash Bianca, and like they could have made a real match out of that. And
yeah,
like especially when they knew how long out that Stasha wasn't showing up. Like we were talking, you and me, we weren't on like camera, but we were talking about it like what 10 days, if not more, in advance, like 2 weeks almost.
Yeah.
Like they knew, like so that squash was dumb after they built up Bianca so much. I don't think Becky's gonna lose. I think she's gonna beat the living shit out of Bianca. It'll be a good match. It'll actually be a match, but they could have done better there. Yeah. And Brock, I mean, like the energy in the room was already killed by the time Brock showed up.
Yeah.
And he showed up smiling and happy. I don't know what the hell, but like it was Becky. Like they were just waiting for it to happen.
Happy Brock is a very dangerous Brock.
It is. He might even get on top of his wife. I'm out. Peace. You never know, but I think that'll be a good thing when they do it.
And we got to see Brock. We got to see Brock Lesnar guy.
Hey,
I'm sure he'll be at Survivor Series.
I would love to know who that guy is, though. Like, how do you know Brock? Because there's not a snowflake's chance in hell. You just happen to be right there every time he shows up.
Speaking of guys, the CM Punk guy was actually there when he debuted at AEW Rampage.
Yeah, I know that. Right? Like that's the small world, but all those years later.
Yeah. Oh, and a shout out to the people that were making fun of the guy crying when Punk came back. You know what? Go yourself. I'm gonna pull one out of Sheiky's repertoire, man. Like seriously, like you know what?
Go yourself.
Yeah, like you shouldn't be ripping on people like that. That's my like rant for this episode.
At least he's like passionate about it.
Yeah.
You find something you get in the feels for that for what? Let him go. There's people that feel that for all kinds of things. Don't be dicks.
Yeah.
I mean, is that guy's crying face as impressive as the streak is over guy?
Yeah, I know.
The Miz girl?
I know. I know they were trying. I know Punk or Khan was trying to find that fan and do something for him because of all the stuff that was said. Like that's
I should.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I hopefully they find the fan. I mean, how hard is it?
Come on, they found Ms. Girl.
Yeah, like
And she was mean mugging the shit out of him.
Yeah.
I was mean mugging the guy in front of me checking into the hotel after the race because his car didn't run on either machine or both computers. So I was standing there for like 20 minutes, just like a 20-pound bag on my shoulders. I was in a very bad mood. That girl, like, she was second to me. I was mean
Yeah.
mugging. I had to pee. I wasn't in the mood. Poor old guy. He didn't see it. The guy dealing with him behind all that plexiglass, he saw me though. Just like I was twitching like a son of a bitch. But hopefully they find him and do something for him because I mean, you
Yeah.
can't. Don't insult the man's passion. Like
yeah, like
you. How about that?
yeah,
You. Thank you, Sheiky baby. What you? Leave it to the Iron Sheik. You know, when the world is bad and you feel all completely down and broken inside, go f- yourself. Every single one of
Facts.
you. Don't judge him for being passionate about. Yeah, like we need more
Facts.
of that in the wrestling world. Like people are just deeply
Yeah.
passionate and not just watching it. Just I don't watch WWE, but well, why are you even on here bitching? Well, you're just here to troll. Like there's so many wrestling trolls. That's
Yeah.
all we have anymore. It's nothing good. It's just wrestling trolls. Like congratulations,
Fact.
you're an asshole. Not sorry, Reese's. You're welcome. Do love those commercials. Not sorry, Reese's. Even though I have to stop eating them soon because I'm a fat ass.
Struggle is real.
I just haven't given a damn.
I'm trying to.
Hey, I am drinking hard seltzers that are 100 calories, 1 like gram of sugar, and 2 grams of carbohydrates at 5% though. I'm not putting on anyway, but I mean, granted, I've done so many concerts and traveling the last couple of weeks. Like, I mean, there was physically no way to work out properly or diet properly and all that. So I've stayed neutral, but
Well, other things do burn calories, but
burned a lot of calories.
Yeah.
But the diet part, though, it's just when you're on the road.
Yeah.
I might say though, night before the race, those crab bites. I remember what the Lost Cajun, I believe it was called. The crab bites were great, and the shrimp and grits was an obnoxious serving that hurt me to finish. They were good.
Nice.
They were really good, but yeah, it's hard when you're traveling. But yeah, it was worth it. Concerts, races, actually living life. People live it. It's worth it. And if you want to go see wrestling, make sure your girlfriend doesn't look up the horror scene that was Owen Hart falling to his death, because then she doesn't even want to watch wrestling, let alone go to it with you, which means you're fucked. A piece of advice for all of you that have girlfriends who don't like, they're kind of in, whatever, I'll go watch it. Don't let them look up the aftermath of Owen Hart falling.
Yeah.
I think it was 78 feet. Just
Yeah.
At least he yelled, "Watch out." Like his last clear thought was making sure he didn't land on dude. Like, so good on him. But
Yeah.
Now his wife's probably going to sue me and whatever. It was fun though.
Yeah.
I don't think I have anything else to talk about. I mean, talked about.
No, I've gotten.
You've gotten
just a quick shout out, Mac Jones, baby. Mac Jones. Bye-bye, Cam. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, I never understood that anyway.
When you got a rookie showing the veteran how the playbook works, well, and a rookie running no huddles over a veteran quarterback.
Yeah, but
sorry, not sorry.
Cam can't throw. Cam hasn't been able to throw and hasn't really actually shown that he's given a damn since that fumble and that one Super Bowl. And he's just, fuck it, I'm not diving on it. Yeah, since then, there's been no point.
Yeah.
So good for you guys. I'm screwed regardless of who I watch. So.
I'm really hoping the diamond's in the rough again, man. Really hoping the diamond's in the rough.
Yeah, except the diamond then has to beat the diamond in the rough would have to then beat the diamond. And who the hell in Super and all these cat space teams have kept their whole entire team?
Any team can be beaten on any given day, brother. Remember, and I don't want to remember, but that mother helmet catch.
Hey.
Anybody can get lucky.
I don't know. Brady's on another level right now. Like, I think since they wouldn't let him be Brady, so he had to leave, like, the man's on another level. He's pissed. Like, he's getting drunk and tossing Lombardi trophies from boat to boat. But Tom Brady's on a completely different level right now. Like, he's having fun. That's terrifying.
Oh, yeah.
But if you're watching this, we appreciate you. Videos are on Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble. And the audio, I mean, let's start this list again. Anchor, Breaker, Radio Public, Pocket Casts, Overcast, Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. Follow along on there. The whole library is there, and you don't have to stare at me mean mugging a can or twisting back and forth in the chair doing a pee-pee dance or anything of the sort. You don't have to deal with that. The sponsors like it. We like it. Share it out to people too. That's the big one.
And if you haven't caught the background,
I mean, it tells you what to do. Like, share, comment, and repeat on all of them to get more eyeballs on it. If you think we're doing a good job, you sharing it to people you know that like wrestling. It makes more people get eyeballs on it, which helps us all immensely. Kind of like correct. I'm not in the mood for correct. I'm in the mood for Cioppino. Being honest. I don't know about you, but dinner sounds delicious right now. Just like DDP yoga sounds delicious to you. I ain't doing no double black diamonds. I'm gonna eat a ton of seafood.
It'll be 4 days in a row, double black diamonds.
You're an idiot.
Sad part is I sweat more doing DDPY than I actually do the arc trainer.
You're just body. It's just
I'm just standing there.
Amazing, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
But like always, we will be back, or at least I'll be back at some point. Because not talking about it hurts my brain. Everything hurts my brain though. Like, I've been paying way too much attention to the Middle East has just been pissing me off too bad. So that's where I've been the last couple of weeks, where I didn't even post anything. It's because my brain's kind of pissed off, but we will be back. Like always.
Yes, we will.
And like always, I will still be Ski.
And I'm Justin.
We appreciate y'all. Have a good night. Take care of one another. Don't be a damn internet troll. Let people be wrestling fans. Let them be passionate. Don't be a dick. And until next time, peace.